Hello everyone, this is Jamerica5288. Have you ever said something and then you were like, wait a minute, what did I just say? So, I'm planting tomatoes today and I am planting everything to include the little spoon tomatoes that my chickens love so much. Because I just remembered, big tomatoes don't grow well in 100 degrees. So, let's go ahead and get to it. This is planting multiple varieties of tomatoes. Hello, welcome to another late night planting. Well, it's about 7 o'clock. That's late for some people. Some people only do it in the day. I do it when I feel like it, as long as I get it done. That's all that counts, right? So I got one of my my seedling trays out, and I realized that I did not plant any tomatoes. None. Well, the ones I did plant, they're not doing too well. Tomatoes in general, in the summertime in Central Texas, the Austin area, for the last couple of years, they have not done well. Roma tomatoes have done well, but I have not had any Brandywine or any of the big variety of tomatoes. They don't die, they just don't produce anything. The flowers fall off at 100 degrees. No matter how much you water them, it doesn't matter. Large tomatoes cannot take heat. Small ones are not, they didn't do too well either until it cooled down, which is why I left my tomatoes in the ground until they froze over. That was in December. I was still harvesting in December because summertime, I didn't get anything because we had a drought for 3 months and tomatoes don't like excessive heat. The only reason why they didn't die is because I continued to water them and keep them alive as best I could. So with the bigger varieties, I am going to plant some, but I'm just going to keep trying to plant them, but they do not do well in Central Texas. Just saying. For the past last year I got Roma tomatoes. 2022 and 2021, 2022, and before then I got Roma tomatoes, which are not the biggest and not the best. Well, they are the best. I should say anything I get is the best. But the ones that did the best were these freeze seeds from Baker Creek, the spoon tomatoes. And the reason why I grow these little bitty ones is because my chickens love them. I eat them every now and then. They're really small. They're smaller than cherries. They call them spoon tomatoes for a reason. But the chickens, it supplements their feed. So I'm planting these for my hens because my hens like them, and I put them along the side of their run, and they stick their head through and they take these little spoon tomatoes and they eat them. Or I throw some in there and they just go wild. They just love them. Anything that can supplement my feed, I'm going to do. Plus, I didn't take care of them. They grew like weeds. So I'm doing this again. I'm eating my words. I am doing this again. Another thing that I planted that did well was the large cherry tomatoes. And these are Dollar Tree tomatoes. I have 2 sets of them. So this one has been around since 2021. It expired, or, best buy date was 2021. This one right here. I am going to plant half and half. How many do I have in here? I'll plant half and half. One is large cherry tomatoes and one is just cherry tomatoes. This one is an heirloom. It doesn't matter to me as long as I get some tomatoes. Those are for me. Now this I have planted several times and have never gotten a tomato. It's not the seller's fault. It's Texas heat. That's who I blame. Texas heat. So I've never gotten one of these, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna plant some of those. And then I have the beefsteak tomatoes. Also, nothing. But I'm gonna keep trying. Now the Roma, these have produced for me in Texas. So I have 4 packs of seeds here that I have faith in, and 2 that I'm just planting because I refuse to give up. Beefsteak and Brandywine. I want them to grow. And if God willing, I'll get some one day. These other ones, they are my try and true. So I may have said it. I'm not sure what I said about smaller tomatoes, but I take it all back. I am planting them because I am not going to be without tomatoes. And I don't care if they're big or small. And this one, of course, for my chickens. They're for my chickens. Baker Creek gave them to me for free. I got the pack of seeds and I'm planting them. I'm planting them. My hands, they eat a lot. And I like to make them happy. Where's the seeds in this bad boy? Oh, they are super small. Okay. All right, Jamaica. Ooh. I mean, there's not a lot in here. Do you want to plant them all? Man, I should have put this I should have did the stick method with these because they are really small. I don't know if you all can see me, but I don't know. They're really tiny. So I'm going to take these little things and I'm going to spread them out. I don't even see them coming up my hand. All right, that's one. That's two. That's three. Ooh. That's 4 or 5. I don't know how many fell out that time. That's 6. Now I'm starting to see them. And of course, I'm going to spray this tray. See, this is why I got the stick, because one of them fell on. You know, you ever heard of falling on infertile ground? Seeds laying, God talked about seeds on fertile ground. Well, one of them landed in no man's land or no seeds land. All right. I planted quite a bit of them. Just need to get them in place and away from the edge. And I just take my sprayer and I spray them down. So I got these in and I think I have enough of them in there. Let me get 2 or 3 more. They are, you could tell they're small. They're small seeds. They're small as a mustard seed. Definitely. That's all right. I appreciate them and I appreciate Baker Creek for giving this to me for free. After I ordered some seeds, they always give you like an extra pack of seeds to move this one over, to try out. And I tried them out last year. And as I said, my chickens loved them. They fight over them. Kind of like they fight over snails. I think they like these better than snails though. All right. So I got this whole row with spoon tomatoes. I still got spoon tomatoes left, so I'm going to close that back up. And I'll put this right here. So this whole row, this whole front row is all spoon tomatoes. We're just going to take our spray bottle, make sure this is water, and we're going to spray it down. I am grateful for anything and everything I get, including small stuff. Because small stuff adds up. Did y'all see that table full of these little cherry tomatoes that I got? There's a lot. I didn't get any Roma tomato. Well, yes, I did. In spring, I got Roma tomatoes. I still have cherry tomatoes in the greenhouse. Still have some. From this, probably this pack. Maybe I shouldn't open this one. What's the date on this? When did I get these seeds? Sale by 2023. So I got these last year. Okay. And these. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Shoot. I don't need that many. All right. Let me get some back in the pack. Too many. Even I know when I'm overdoing it. I'm not a farmer. I'm just a backyard gardener. Uh-oh. I don't have a lot of people to feed in this house, but I need enough for me and my friends. If I want to give them some, man, I do. I give them stuff all the time. If they stop by, I give them a bag of the tomatoes or eggs or cabbage or whatever I have. I share it. I don't have a lot to share, but if I have it, I give it to them. One of my friends, he grows tomatoes, or he used to grow tomatoes on his porch. And he grew big ones. So there's something to, it's not raining anymore. It rained a lot here. The backyard is half flooded. The chicken coop, the poor chickens was walking in mud. I put some more leaves out there, but there was so much rain out there that the leaves just sunk into the ground. So you know what I did? I had some cardboard. I put some cardboard out there, and I kicked myself in the, I was kicking myself for throwing the cardboard that I had out, because I could have used it. All right, so I got half of this planted with my cherry tomatoes from 2021. All right, so we're gonna have the large cherry tomatoes here. You got muddy feet and woosah, girl, woosah. He don't know how dirty he is. He's just walking around making a mess. Oh my God. You're looking for a rib bone. The Chihuahua hides them all over the place. They're all over the place. I see some on the floor. What are you looking for? So I just opened my large red cherry tomatoes. These might have a better germination rate because they're new. They're newer. Here, 2023, they're last year's seeds. Get your bone and skedaddle, boy. Did these seeds get wet? They're not moving very much. Oh, they're moving now. You know, when I'm planting tomatoes, I always overseed. Always. And then I can't take care of all of it. I'm fussing at myself because I don't want to do it again. And if they germinate, I try my best to keep them alive. Okay. So these are large red cherry tomatoes, and they're big enough for me to place them on top of the soil. And I'm going to push these in a little bit because they're a little bit bigger than those little spoon tomatoes. Those are really small. Okay. Trying to space them out so that when I'm ready to get them out, I don't have them sticking together, the roots intertwined with one another. I can try, right? I have a lot of confidence in these seeds because I've used them and they have not failed me yet. They've never failed me. They always germinate. In general, the seeds from Dollar Tree germinate. I don't snub my nose up to nothing. I'm down to earth, by the way. Y'all, if y'all don't know. All right, some people call it frugal, but I'm just down to earth. I believe that if you can find something that is going to help you save money, survive, and eat healthier, do it. And you don't have to spend a bunch of money. I mean, I remember I went to my cousin's house, and they're well off. And I bought some crackers from H-E-B. Regular supermarket crackers, supermarket brand crackers. And we looked at the back of the package of both of the chips. And do you know that the generic ones were made with better ingredients than the expensive ones? So Just because you pay a lot of money for something does not mean it's better. Does not. I will go where I have to get what I want. Is that a fungus net? To get what I want or what I need. And it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter how much it costs, because if it's too much, I ain't gonna buy it. Or if it's not worth the money, why buy it? Another example. Ginger. Some people will say, do not use store-bought ginger, put it in the ground and do this and do that. Or don't buy sweet potato slips, don't do your own slips. And I'm like, how dare you tell me what to do in my garden? That's first thing. Second of all, why are you garden shaming me? I'm doing the best I can. Trying to survive, and people are telling me, no, I only use the best material for this. I ain't about that. I'm about growing my own food and relying less on the supermarket, because I'm tired of getting sprayed. I told you a story about those sprayers, that one overhead ones. Why do those vegetables last so long? Why? They don't rot. I had some cabbage that I bought from the supermarket. I ended up giving it to chickens. That cabbage was in the refrigerator for at least 3 weeks, and it didn't rot. Why? Nothing. It looked the same as the day I picked it up. Why? Scary. Was it even cabbage? Did they make it in a laboratory? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm doing the best I can as a gardener. I'm doing the best I can to give back to the environment, because you plant your own food and you are giving back. You're helping, especially if you plant trees, you're cleaning the air. All this pollution, these plants are taking that carbon monoxide, all those pollutants. Those trees and plants are filtering the air. So as a gardener, you're doing a service to your country. I know I'm crazy, but I'm right. You're doing a service. You're not just helping yourself, you're helping the environment. Every plant that you put in the ground helps to clean the air. That's why I have a bunch of plants in here, because I have these dogs, right? And normally, if you have dogs in your house, they smell up the house. You put some plants, especially this aloe vera right here, you don't smell nothing. All you smell is clean air. It's a filter. So planting them outside filters the air. It makes everybody in this neighborhood, every tree I or my neighbors plant helps the environment. It's giving back. So I don't, do the best you can. Don't listen to people who try to, tell you got to do this and do that, or you got to spend $1 million to be a gardener. Do what you can. I don't want anybody to discourage you. So just my take. I ain't letting nobody discourage me. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I've been doing what I wanted to do. It ain't illegal. I'm not hurting anybody. And I'm having my own fun in my own backyard that I pay taxes on and pay for. Oh, Jamaica, you being nasty. Don't be a Miss Nasty Pants. Okay, here we go with our Roma tomatoes. And I have 6 of those in here. 6 of those. I want Roma tomatoes. I like Roma tomatoes. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. Because these 2 jokers, I don't have any faith in them. They'll germinate and they'll grow until I put them in the ground. And they'll shrivel up. Or they'll just be a green, ugly plant. Because tomatoes don't look good. Tomatoes are not good looking. They taste good. They look good when they have tomatoes on them. But that plant, it is ugly. Sorry. It's your ugly plant. I didn't mean you ugly, baby. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for and everything I need. You are so beautiful, Roma tomato, to me. I know I'm a little crazy. It's all right. It's all right. I'm that good kind of crazy. Everybody got their thing. All right, so I got my Roma. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Roma tomatoes in here. This row, should have put more Roma tomatoes in it because I don't trust these beefsteak and brandy wine. I don't trust it. They have failed me before. They gave me false hopes and dreams. You know, when something or somebody lets you down, you know, you don't expect much after a while. After they disappoint you several times, you expect very little from them. They be like, yeah, I'm gonna come over, girl. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna help you put that pool up. Now I'm talking about somebody in particular. I hope he's watching. Girl, I'm gonna come over and help you put that pool up. Okay. In the back of my mind, I was like, that brother ain't showing up. Or I should say, that man is not going to show up. Sure enough, he didn't show up. You just get to the point where you just say, I give up. Don't tell me you're going to do anything. Oh, okay. This proves I've used this one before. See that? I have proof. This one is my beefsteak tomatoes. Hopefully I get some of these. They're not that big. They're not that big. And I have a whole heap of seeds. You hear that dog? Almost every time I get on camera, he start nibbling. He ain't paying me no mind. He don't care. Ruining my videos. He's ruining it. Making all that noise. All right. So I got one there. I got one there. They'll grow. As I said, they will grow. They'll grow. And then the Texas heat will slap them beside their head and all the flowers fall off. Be positive, girl. Regroup. All right. So the beefsteak tomatoes are in. There you are. I have at least 20, 30 more chances with this pack of seeds. It's not the seed's fault. It's like a kid that grew up in a bad environment. The probability that they're going to get out is low. They'll get out if they really, really try. That same thing with these tomatoes. You can tell I use these too. I got my little plastic bag here. These tomatoes gonna have a rough life. These big tomatoes. They got big dreams, big hopes and dreams. So do I, baby. It was all a dream. Oh! How many did I pull up? Okay, 6. I don't need 6. Let me put some back in there. These are expensive seeds, Baker Creek. Not that I waste any other seed, but I'm gonna try something new with these seeds, and I'll tell you later what it's gonna be. Well, you'll see what it's gonna be because the water company and me were fighting this summer. They were saying I was using too much water, and they were saying I was using too much water, and I was just trying to keep my plants alive. All right, and it was almost, I felt like it was a fruitless effort. In the end, it ended up being worth it because my tomatoes took off at the end. Everything that didn't, I got a good harvest in spring, nothing in summer, and then I got a good harvest in fall and winter. And I'm still harvesting. So I guess it all balances out. Because I was watching people on TV who live in Pennsylvania and New York and Canada, and they had all of these beautiful vegetables all summer long. And me, we had sinkholes. If you didn't hear me, I said sinkholes, cracks, fault lines. So that's Brandywine right there. So now I've gotten all of the tomatoes in, right? So I have small, medium, and then large. at the very end. So I'm just gonna put SML. I'm not gonna mark them with what they are. They'll tell me what they are when they grow. But the little ones, I need to know what they are because I gotta plant those over there with the chickens, so my chickens can prosper and have their little snack when they want it. And trust me, I've seen them stick their little head through the fence and peck away and get a tomato. Those little ones, those spoon tomatoes. I almost didn't plant them. I was like, oh yeah, they grow like weeds. And then I said, wait a minute, Jamaica. What about your chickens? Saving you money because the chickens, it's the more they eat from the land, the less I have to spend money on feed. Okay, I gotta move this one over. The less money I have to spend on feed. And that feed is getting real expensive too. In the wintertime, so they have layers. They have chick feed is what you start them on, right? And that is about $27, $28 out here in Texas. The layers feed is cheaper. It's about $15. In the wintertime, and most of the time in the summer, if I feel like they are they're not eating right or they're not getting enough protein, I give them chick feed. So, which is why I'm so mad at those finches, because the finches come in and steal the food. I got a whole population of finches right out there near the gazebo. And it's like, and then the chickens, I'm back on chickens. The chickens do not run them off, which upsets me because they don't care. It's like I'm like, fight for your right to eat, because the finches are eating up all of your food and the chickens don't get it. And they've gotten so bold. The finches have gotten so bold. It's like they're a part of the family. And I go in there and there's just like 5 finches in there eating their chick feed, which is $26 to $27 a bag. And I am so livid. So what I started doing is not leaving a lot of feed in the hen house until like nighttime when they're getting ready to go to bed. Because the the funny thing is, and this is just me listening to the birds. The finches are complaining. They're protesting. She didn't put any feed out. Where's the feed? Because there's nothing there. Not for them anyway. So the finches, what was I saying? The finches are upset because they're not getting fed anymore. They don't have any cherry tomatoes because they like them too. All the birds like them. They're like little berries. I don't plan for them, and I don't put feed out for the finches. Anyway, so this supplements the feed that I have to, the amount of feed I have to put out there for my chickens. I'm gonna stop complaining. Let me go and get some straws, and we're gonna mark these. I'm gonna mark small, medium, and large. Pop, life, what's the matter with your life? Small. T, medium, T, large, T. Do you know I forgot what's wrong with my memory? Oh boy. Purple rain, purple rain. I'm into Prince for some reason tonight. Purple rain, purple rain. You're either for Prince or you're for Michael Jackson. Beat it. Just beat it. And Prince came out with his Purple Rain movie and everybody's like, yeah, Prince is it. Then the people from the Michael Jackson squad said, Michael Jackson just put out a new video. And y'all know they still doing that dance. That Dawn of the Dead dance. That was creepy. They told him, don't you ever come around here. You're playing with your life. You're playing with your life. This ain't no truth or dare. They kick you and they beat you and they tell you it's fair. So beat it. But you wanna be bad. Okay, we're gonna spray this in. Stop singing. Stop singing, girl. It's not cool. They're both gone. That's what I just realized. Wow. That's sad. So, this is what I do. I spray them like a mad woman every couple of hours. Every time I think about it, and I have a whole table full of seedlings. I'll bring you up and let you see what this thing look like. This happens every year. And they'll grow because I got a green thumb. Everybody on earth has a green thumb. People just think they don't. As long as you're taking care of something and you're not overdoing it, like overwatering or underwatering, it'll grow. Everything may not grow, but most things will. Just keep on trying. Just like me and these large tomatoes. I remember when I was in New York, I could grow large tomatoes. It's Texas. Large, beautiful tomatoes. My grandma would be so happy. I told you I went to school for agriculture and horticulture in high school. I went to a vocational high school in Queens. And one of the summers, I think it was in between our freshman and sophomore year, they gave us a plot of land and they made us grow stuff from seed. And it was direct sow. There was no seedlings. And they didn't have any running water out there in the field. So we would walk, and everybody got a plot of land. Some people's plot of land was closer to the barrels than others. Mine was not close to the barrel. Not. So I'd have to go, they give everybody a pail, and we'd have to go, first of all, we had to till and make those hills. We had to hill it, make rows. And we'd plant our seeds, direct sow them, and we'd walk. I and everybody else who was out there would walk to the barrels, dunk our bucket in there, and we'd go out there and hand water everything every day during the summer. And I remember the water being blue. So I know that water had Miracle-Gro in it. It had to be Miracle-Gro because everything blew up. Those are the prettiest vegetables I've ever seen. After a while, they just gave us, after the vegetables germinated and they got substantial, like past the seedling stage, they just gave us regular water. At least I think it was, because it was clear then. But my grandmother would be so happy when I come home. I come home with bags of vegetables. And the weird thing is, I'm from New York City, right? So here's this teenager. I was about 14 or 15. And I had to take 2 buses. I went to school in Flushing, and I lived in Jamaica, if y'all know about Queens. So I'd take 2 buses home. And man, I come home with those vegetables. My grandmother's eyes would get big as saucers. She'd be so happy. She was like, you grew all of this? She was so proud of me. She never said it, but you can see it on her face. She was like, yes, my grandbaby is going to be something one day. I didn't waste my time. All of us became something. Everybody is predestined to be something. You just have to reach for it. Don't let nobody discourage you, because there's a lot of stumbling blocks out there. And you know, you can make, when you're younger, you can make a mistake and recover, but the older you get, the less likely it is for you to recover from your mistakes. And I made some mistakes, but no major ones as a teenager. Thank God. I was either lucky or smart. I think I was lucky. So we are done. I got my small, medium, and large. This is Jamerica 5288. I know I've been talking a lot, and I'll probably edit out a lot of this stuff. I thank you guys for being with me, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Bye.